next day, we had a shorter ride ahead of us, around 300 kilometers. While still part of Sichuan, we drove through a Tibetan gate that signifies that we had entered the Tibetan cultural region. And it's another landmark along the 318 highway, where we of course had to stop and take some pictures. The next few hours will take us over parts of the Tibetan plateau. This was basically where we stopped calling out all the yaks we had seen, because they were all over. We stopped by another significant landmark. Two lakes referred to as sister lakes, or eyeglasses lakes, as they have a small creek joining the two, just like the bridge of a pair of eyeglasses. The Chinese love to erect inscribed stones at locations like this, and they line up to take pictures. But what we found amusing was that the selfie with the stone seemed more important than the actual natural feature, whether a lake or a mountain viewpoint. We came across Tibetan macaques every now and then. These wild monkeys are basically the same type we find all over Thailand, but these have developed thicker fur to handle the climate. In Tibet, motorcycles are not allowed to fill up at the pump. Instead, we need to stop outside the pump area, and the staff will fill up a fuel can and carry it over to you. There were some instances where staff let us fill up at the pump. Perhaps their supervisor was not in at the moment. Next day, we set up super early. This was because we had been told that there were some scheduled road closures ahead of us, and we had to pass the cutoff point before 11 a.m. If we don't make it in time, we could be looking at sitting on the side of the road and waiting for the section of road to reopen, which was scheduled for after 5 p.m. So we left the hotel before 5 a.m. After the first mountain pass of the day, we entered a canyon that felt much more like the Middle East than Tibet. The roads had become significantly worse, but the dust and potholes hardly slowed us down. We had brought the right tools for the job, and the bikes didn't break a sweat. Less than an hour later, we were already at higher altitudes again, and the scenery changed dramatically. The snow-covered mountains once again plotted our course through the valley. Beautiful, but cold. This mountain pass would once again bring us over 5,000 meters. The road section leading down the pass was under construction. We had to slide our way through icy, muddy, gravelly, and quite slippery roads for thousands of meters in elevation. I don't know what it is, but I can't help to enjoy myself every time we reach a more challenging section of road. The more chaotic and bad the road conditions are, the more I enjoy myself. These Tibetan villages are built low to preserve heat in the colder months. Many of them are for cattle. This next pass was supposed to take us to a viewpoint, and apparently we were to get our fill of hairpin turns today. The mountains kept getting more and more impressive. We took the opportunity to have some coffee while enjoying the view of the many hairpin turns we were about to enjoy. What a scenery! That encounter could have ended very differently. Luckily, Joachim saw the 400-kilo yak running straight out into the road. And equally lucky, the bus following closely behind was paying attention and slammed on his brakes. You don't dwell on situations like this. You just keep paying attention and enjoy the ride. Bottom of a new valley, a new landscape to traverse. Felt like northern Afghanistan with its rocky hillsides. Temperature shot up to mid-20s once again. Time to push the pace to stay cool. Rockfalls, dust, speeding trucks coming around every bend, traffic and chaos. I was back in my happy place. Another landmark, a tunnel through a rock outcrop. But we were enjoying ourselves way too much to stop. Pitai, one of our companions, is in front of me trying to push past and overtake this stubborn bus driver who was keeping a hell of a pace considering the road conditions. A battle pursued. Once we had cleared the valley an hour or so later, we had yet another change of scenery. This time, green fields, small villages, cooler air as we made our way west. What a beautiful part of the world. And who knew you could ride through so many different climates and sceneries in the same day? Sometimes we got a little carried away and we needed to pull over and wait for the pickup to catch up with us. We needed the guides to show our permits if we came across a checkpoint. I should mention though, I thought we would run into more checkpoints than what we actually did. Usually not more than 1 or 2 per day. I felt once again like I was driving through Afghanistan, or perhaps northern Pakistan. Completely different landscape to just a few hours earlier. We often commented on these interesting phenomena. This last valley was unbelievably beautiful, with its green lush plantations along the river's edge. I just had to risk taking a picture with my phone, which wasn't an easy task with thick gloves on and bumpy roads. I almost dropped it a few times, but it was totally worth the risk. We had almost reached our hotel for the night, and considering what time we got up, it felt like it would be an early night. This was a small town, and most of the hotels here houses tourists like us just passing through. Right next door to the hotel was a bakery, and I couldn't wait to see what they had for us. We started early again this morning, but at least there was some light out. Apparently, we needed to get past another section of road construction, and since we didn't want to get stuck, we had to press on. I couldn't wait to see what the road would be like today. The valley leading up to the construction segment was beautiful. We all felt quiet as we watched the sun rise over the snow-covered peaks. Then it began, a 50-kilometer section of unpaved road that had become a muddy, slippery track following weeks of rain. We all separated, found our own pace to push our way through. These semi-closed tunnels protect from dangerous rock slides along the steep gorges and mountain passes. 48 hours after we had passed this particular tunnel, a massive rock slide caused a complete collapse of the section and resulted in casualties. But at the time, I was ignorantly enjoying myself. our way out of the gorge, we got rewarded with yet another gorgeous view. We followed a series of lakes made from glacier meltwater, and the view was stunning. Another checkpoint meant we needed to wait for the rest of the group, but not a bad place to stretch our legs. We also got a visit from a yak that came begging for food. He got a few biscuits in exchange for some pictures. Another canyon pass made me think of the thousands of years where this route was done on horseback, on treacherous trails taking months to cover. Just like that, the canyon opened up to yet another landscape. It felt like I was back in Europe. a small village, we instantly got reminded that we're in Tibet, with all the ornate buildings and signs. It was time for lunch. We had some noodles, and the rich broth did wonders to heat us up. Taking a look at our bikes, there was no hiding what we had been through this morning through the mud. But with the amazing scenery we had since then, it was all but a memory. We always managed to attract a crowd of locals or tourists wherever we stopped, but the conversations we had were usually short-lived, as we unfortunately don't speak the same language. Covered a lot of ground that afternoon. There was very little traffic and the road conditions were quite good. Pines and grassy hills with the mountains in the background. It felt like Switzerland or Austria. We were about to climb yet another pass, and for each incline, the temperature started dropping. I'm really trying to keep my eyes on the road, but the views are making it difficult. Once we had reached Shannan and our hotel for the night, we managed to get our bike rinsed off near the hotel. After that, we went out and had some barbecue food and a few beers and walked around the city. Back on the well-maintained highways. We covered a lot of kilometers this morning.
Traveling with companions from Thailand, we always tried to source the most spicy food. And since the cuisine in Tibet is less spicy than the Chinese Szechuan kitchen, we often chose to eat at Chinese restaurants. But the times we did eat authentic Tibetan food, it was fine. After lunch, the cloud coverage cleared up and we got treated to some Tibetan summer. We met some Chinese bikers who had traveled from Beijing. That's about the same distance that we have come. Suddenly, we were missing 2 bikes. We slowed down and waited for them to catch up. Turns out, I had managed to forget to close one of my soft bag on top of my panniers where I keep my rain pants, and they went flying once at highway speeds without me noticing. Our 2 companions had actually gone back to pick them up on the busy highway, and I will be forever grateful to them. As we approached Shannan, we had a long stretch of highway through a mountain range. The entire section of road was elevated. We drove for hours on what was in theory one long bridge through the landscape. It's unbelievable how well the Chinese do infrastructure. The landscape had really opened up. Except for the planted, irrigated trees along the roadsides, the mountains had become completely barren. Another checkpoint. But as usual, they never took more than a few minutes. A quick check of our permits to travel in Tibet, along with our passports, then back on the road again. Most of them, we didn't even step off the bikes. Now we weren't too far from our hotel for the night. Before heading to the hotel, we needed to go register at the immigration's office. I volunteered and took the Tibet guide with me on the bike. Another great day of riding done. We spent the evening walking through the surprisingly modern city. What a beautiful morning. We had a gorgeous blue sky as we kept driving west through the desert landscape. We came across a Tibetan funeral area. The practice is called sky burial. Since Tibet practiced Buddhism and reincarnation, the body is no longer of importance once your spirit has left your body. So they bring your body to a mountain where it gets dismembered and left for vultures and birds to feast on. This way, your body gives nutrition back to nature. The painted ladders are for important spirits to climb their way back into the heavens. Reached another pass to climb over, and the higher up we drove, the more incredible the views got. They call Tibet the roof of the world. Today, I got to see why. We reached Yamdrok Lake, which is the third largest sacred freshwater lake in Tibet. It's known and named after its incredible turquoise water. It sits at an elevation of 4,500 meters above sea level. As with many tourist attractions in Tibet, there are well-groomed yaks and also Tibetan mastiffs to pose in pictures with paying tourists. And of course, an erected inscribed stone that we happily post in front of. We followed the lake for a good 45 minutes before leaving it behind for our next destination, a small glacier. Time for another fuel stop. Our first stop this morning was at Tashi Lumpu Monastery. Built in 1450 by the first Dalai Lama, it houses the largest bronze statue of Buddha in the world. We spent a few hours walking through the historic site. These purple bushes grew alongside the roads, sometimes for kilometers. The locals call them skipia, and they only bloom for a short time in the early summer. We got lucky that we got to see them. This road was a popular road between the city of Lhasa and Mount Everest, so we were not the only ones. Most of the traffic we encountered here were Chinese tourists visiting from the bigger cities. And of course, the constant flow of red Chinese transport semi-trucks. We must have passed hundreds of them. We didn't know it at the time. We were pushing our way through the busy traffic in the heat, but we were about to climb over another pass at over 5,200 meters once again. This pass was special. This pass was where you enter the nature reserve named after the local name for Mount Everest, the Komo Langma Nature Reserve. We were closer than ever to our goal, Mount Everest. This time, we weren't only looking at snow-covered peaks. No, this time, we were driving straight into a blizzard. Komo Langma is the local name for Mount Everest and translates to Mother Goddess of the Earth. With numb fingers and toes, we stepped off our bikes and took a few quick pictures before continuing. We were almost there. One more hotel before reaching the Mount Everest Basecamp. We set off early. Our best chance of seeing the peak of Everest would be in the early morning. No one had seen Everest these past 2 weeks because of heavy cloud coverage, and our chances of actually laying our eyes on the peak would be very slim. But as the dawn came, I had my hopes up. It seemed clear this morning. Maybe we would get lucky. We had to stop and purchase tickets to enter the Basecamp area, and another gate meant a few more pictures. We got going again and started the climb towards Everest. There she was. From this viewpoint, we could see 5 of the highest peaks in the world, with Mount Everest front and center. How incredibly lucky we got. 1 hour later, the clouds closed the curtains once again, and she would not be seen for many days. So thank you, Mother Nature.
Everest ขอบคุณมากครับพี่ You're the best Good job Your game
What a journey it had been this far. Stay tuned for the rest of the trip.